we're doing today, the floods have congregated a load of bits and pieces here because we had a wire across and floods were that high. It comes over here, and we're just trying to clear it out, and we're going to do a flapper system so when water rises it sort of comes up, you know. We have noticed, look at the amount of planes today in the sky. Everybody's going away. There's vapour trails all over. You haven't done a lot?
I know I am. No way this.
Same as usual, me doing out graft, getting injured. I've noticed there's loads of little fish. Don't know whether you can see into water. We must have disrupted the sort of food source, and there's little minnows and gudgeon and all sorts feeding on, on stuff.
A few right around here.
Yeah, there's a few trout in the stream. Not as many as there was. It used to be laden with them, but my dad gets a few a year. But there used to be a fellow with one hand come years ago. He caught a few all. He once got one that big. Yeah, we just take them through 2 bits down from yon side, and then that's it. It cleans them up. These willow trees are a mass problem. They just get so big and then over the cockle, so you just have to keep check of a few, keep taking a few out. So, but yeah, lovely day for a job. How many degrees is it?
17 away. Yeah,
17 degrees. It's lovely to be out doing some stuff like this. Right, come on then, let's get stuff gathered up. Morning. We're just having a paddle around in that cover crop experiment field. We've got all sorts of different experiments, and I don't know if you could understand how I explain them, but we round up 2 breeds early before we desiccated the cover crops, and they've come a lot better than where the cover crops are. It's the same, it had a cover crop, but we desiccated it in end of January, February. But what it has done, desiccating it early, it's let a lot more light down to the crop, and it's let a lot more blackgrass, wild oats, there's some meadow grass, all sorts out, where on the what was desiccated really late, there's an outgrowing yet, but there's a lot more slug pressure, hell of a lot more slug pressure on what was desiccated late than what is desiccated early. So pros and cons, I don't know what to do. I mean, harvest will tell, but I don't know, it's not easy. But the barley really looks a picture, you know. But there's a distinct line where I stopped. I did halfway down the field, where I stopped and where we glyphosated later. There's half the plants, they're there and they're growing. A little bit more slug pressure as in being stripped, but I don't know, time will tell. But we could do with a serious rain, you know. Well, you can tell, look, that's because we drilled it cross from one side to other, different to what we sprayed. So look, you see there, you see the barley count there to there, it's coming. But look here, all them black grasses are coming here, and there's odd one here. I don't think there's a lot of difference between the bought mix, what we put in the middle, and what we brewed up ourselves though. I think the same slug pressure, slug damage pressure on both. So, but no, there's full seams. I think there's plenty of plants to make a crop. It just could do with some moisture. I know as farmers are never happy. Could just do with some rain to sort of pep things up and get things up away from its demons. I mean, in here especially, it's getting mown off with slugs in here. But I haven't put no pellets on here, so good job I come. Just down that side I'm going to give a full breed, but God, if we could grow barley like we can wild oats, we'd do very well. Because Christ, wild oats in here is terrible. But wild oats in spring barley, it's not a problem. We can soon take them out, but you see here, you can see a distinct line where we there was a muckle in here because we put muck on top and direct drilled into it. And we did a bit of cultivation. I'll tell you what, I don't bloody know. It's alright people go on about direct drills, but you know your soil type, don't you? And I know we're trying to do our best for the environment by not letting carbon out, but we still need to fill our trailers, don't we, in the bank. And look here, where we've stopped. We pulled it up with subsoiler, and then I came with little power and just powered it. And there's twice the plants. I mean, it might surprise us when it gets a drink. It might buck itself up the whole field, and this might be worse than that. But at the moment, this little bit of work stuff is a lot better than that unworked stuff. So I don't know. Time will tell. Right, Friday again. Where's bloody week gone? I know it was a short one, but yeah. Right, I'm going to see what they're up to. See, down this side now it's growing. Slugs have had the lot. Come out to edge bottom, had the lot. Unless it's just sheltered a bit light, I don't know. Let's hope it's just sheltered a bit light. But our wheat, all in all, our wheat looks good. Nice colour. Same again, could do with a good rain. There's a lot of nitrogen, look. Oh, nitrogen's still on the floor, wants washing in and utilising. So if it gets a good, what you could do if you could order it, a good 10 mil steady night rain, 2 or 3 nights in a trot. Ali's coriander's just coming into true leaf stage. Well, actually this is the second batch we drilled. So if we go to the first batch, probably under here. It's quite strong land. It's too strong land really for it, but that's all we had for him. But it did alright. It did somewhat like last year. But you see that? See it under it? How the fleece improves it. It's like brought it on a week in front. Just by keeping it warmer and not open to the elements. I mean, water can get through it. Well, we haven't had no water lately. We're slipping into sort of droughty time, but yeah, it looks good and he's chuffed to bits with it, so yeah, that's what it looks like. Just getting into it, isn't it? Oh, it's really strong. Oh, he spotted me. He's going to boo him. He's filling uppers up. Phil's fencing at Burnby with my dad. I've got a tank of spray, but it's blowing a gale, but it's desperate for it. Might just go do it. Beautiful day, isn't it? Oh, I think I've caught sun. It's a nice forklift you've got there. I think we're about ready for a new one. Nice bellow though. He's off putting some slug pellets on. Bloody slugs. And our direct drill stuff. It's bloody terrible. Not in Headland like, but what's looking after this year, doesn't it? So are you. Everything's packed up, higgledy-piggledy. Bit more organisation, we've got a lot more in. But, oh, the wind is terrible today. I could just do with some spraying, but look at the sand blowing on our neighbours. The post he's just drilled some, I think he drilled some oats yesterday. And yeah, his topsoil's disappearing. And over there, if you look in the air, there's just a brown mist of like sand blowing. I've got some spraying, desperate to be doing some fungicide on some barley, but I don't know, just don't seem to get any still weather at the moment this last few days. So whoop, I don't think I've introduced you. Our little 2140. 2140, my Pakistani friend uses it for pricking his coriander. I think it's done about 15,000 hours now. Still goes as good as new. I mean, don't know, she might get sold one day. It's very genuine odd tub. Going up in value daily, I think. Sunday morning, just come back from spraying, got a couple of cheeky tankfuls in. It's far too windy now. To be fair, my second tank was a little bit borderline whether it was too windy, so yeah, put some fungicide and a growth reg and some foliar feed on some barley, and it was ready for it and all. It was at that growth stage where it was it needed doing. So but no, it hasn't been ideal spraying week really. We're very windy, so but anyway, yeah, it's been a bit of a random video, a bit of everything going on today. So but yeah, done well if you've got this far, so well done for that. And so right, that's it for me. So have a good rest of your weekend and bye for now.